We have players of the month that were assigned for October and November. We have rookies of the month that were assigned for October and November. And we also have defensive players of the month for October and November. So let's go ahead and get into it. There was an Eastern Conference Player of the Month. Cade Cunningham was officially named the Eastern Conference Player of the Month. You can see his stats on the screen right now. 28.8 points per game, 29. 6.4 rebounds per game, 9.4 assists per game, and the Detroit Pistons were the #1 seed in the East at 16-4. Can we give Cade Cunningham his flowers? This was nothing short of phenomenal from the best point guard out East.
Yes, very well deserved. Very well deserved. And I don't think any one of us expected this start from Cade or the Pistons. They've been a great story. I think he's still leading the league in fourth quarter scoring, if I'm not mistaken. And it's going to continue. It's going to continue. I think a question is now, like, how far can this thing go? How far can he lead this team? But that'll tell itself as the season goes on. But very well deserved for Cade, man. I'm happy for him.
Where was this yesterday, man? Needed this one. Needed that one against the Milwaukee Bucks. Without Giannis, Cade goes 5 for 15 against a whole bunch of guys who are apparently not even NBA. Apparently, according to Swiper,
you know what's happening to Swipe?
Nah.
This is about November and October, and they're bringing up December games. Can you just show Cade love first before you slander him for something that happened in December?
Cade's been awesome. The Detroit Pistons have been awesome. They're the best team in the Eastern Conference, apart from maybe New York. I have a debate with New York, but New York hasn't been healthy, and since OG went out, I would say the Pistons have been the best team in New York, best team in the Eastern Conference. I've already said if I didn't live in Toronto, Detroit would be my favorite team. Can I demand a little bit more in the fourth quarter from Cade, though? Yesterday, specifically.
Oh, yesterday.
Those playoffs. Sorry, those late free throws that he missed. Look, man, I want to say this. When we come up here and we are critical of a player who is having a great season, what we are really saying is we expect that player to be great. You don't criticize Dennis Jenkins for missing free throws because you don't know who the hell Dennis Jenkins is. That's just the truth. You don't hold him to that standard.
He's a professional basketball player. You do criticize him for missing free throws.
Well, people miss free throws, Ox.
Yeah, they do. They criticize.
That's life. But I'm saying, like, you're not sitting there like holding your head for 2 days. Like, I can't believe Dennis Jenkins missed a free throw. On with the game on the line, you can't do that because he's not a franchise player.
Because he's not a franchise.
Yeah,
they're free throws, and he's a professional basketball player in the NBA. He
yes, and professional basketball players miss free throws, hundreds,
and they get criticized
every day,
like they should.
No, they don't need to be. That's life. It happens. What I'm saying is, when you are above missing clutch free throws, I feel like we're showing you respect.
Do you give him a pass though, Penn, because he's delivered so much in the fourth this year already?
Yes, I think it's fair to say this is not a indictment of Cade being not clutch. Cade is absolutely clutch, and I think because he is clutch, I'm willing to say what the hell happened yesterday, because this team was up on the Bucks and they shit the bed. They lost the lead, and then they just kept missing. And down the stretch, why is Karis LeVert taking shots?
We were supposed to be having a Cade Cunningham did extremely well October, November conversation. Now it's turned into what did you do versus the Bucks on December 3rd? That is not relevant to the conversation at all about this segment, which is not fast breakdown. This is about Cade Cunningham winning his first NBA Player of the Month to start the NBA season in the Eastern Conference,
and he's been awesome.
This into a December 3rd slander contest.
He's been awesome, though. We got to
give him credit. Chat about SGA being great, and you turned it into a how he's not better.
I didn't.
Than James Harden.
You know what's funny is Ox actually started the conversation about James Harden. And I then followed up with him after you
said your ass be snitching.
No, it's just it wasn't a slander at all.
Move on. Shout out to Cade Cunningham.
Pin, the reason you get fried so much in the PCL and on here is because you don't listen. What happened is Ox started the conversation. You said there's no way there's a conversation between James Harden and SGA as a scorer. I then pushed back on that. So then you got fried.
We don't need a ChatGPT summary. We can move on.
It's not. It's actually a swipe summary. I am telling you what happened. And I am telling you why you got fried again.
Fellas, come on.
Bacon. You ever had bacon? Pin, you ever cook bacon? Not a grease be popping and hit you in the face.
I don't cook
in the face. See, it shouldn't hit you in the face, but that's because you're so short. How you getting hit in the face from the stove?
That's facts. Well, because I am so short.
You need to stand on that stool next time you cook.
Mm-hmm. Fact.
If we're being honest, Ron.
Chill. How would you? Go ahead. How would you like to talk about Cade Cunningham in the great month that he had to start the NBA season?
That's what I was about to say. In the month of November, they've only lost 2 games, and with them losing 2 games, I mean, Cade Cunningham has been nothing short of fantastic. The finishing has been a lot better around the rim. Not only has the finishing been a lot better, he's been a lot better in the clutch than he has been in the past. I think he's done a good job in taking care of the basketball better than he has in the past. Even though Jalen Duren has alleviated some of the ball handling duties, he's been a much better ball handler than I've given him credit for.
Jalen Duren was incredible to start the year, by the way, Chill.
Absolutely. This Detroit Pistons team is powered on Cade Cunningham. The reason why they're at the top of the Eastern Conference is largely due to Cade Cunningham's playmaking, his ability to score, his actual ability on defense to get in passing lanes and disrupt things. He's not the point of attack defender that Shed is or that Davion Mitchell is. I'm not going to argue that point, but he will be a disruption, especially at that size at 6'7". He's been great for this Detroit Pistons team, and I definitely think that he deserved being player of the month for Detroit, because I don't think there's anybody up here that had the Detroit Pistons at the top of the Eastern Conference. I thought that they were going to be I think I had them at 5 before the season started. They've been great. They've been 100% great, and that's been powered by Cade. No question about it.
I do want to say this. Cade Cunningham is 24. Jalen Duren is, 22? Asor Thompson. All those other younger, Ron Holland. This is a young team, and they are running the East like this. You guys know what this is like reminiscent of? I'm not. This isn't a one-size-fits-all comparison. Yes, Swiper.
You think that
I'm not
OKC
saying that
from
they,
2 years ago?
No, I'm not. Yes, I'm not saying that they will be as good as OKC. I'm not saying that they are OKC. I'm not saying that Cade's gonna jump into all-time Magic Johnson convos like Cade jumped or like SGA jumped into Kobe conversations, and that they're gonna be 20-1 at some point. I'm just saying this is awfully impressive for a team 2 years ago that lost 30 games.
How old is Laurie?
This is awfully impressive for a team that last year.
Laurie's 28.
Wasn't the best team in the East. They have taken 2 significant jumps. Cade Cunningham is taking 2 significant jumps. He was an all-star last year. He's now jumping into all-NBA caliber. You know, I know he was all-NBA last year, but I know he was all-NBA last year, but now he's looking like first-team all-NBA caliber.
And Ron, you have to remember as well.
He's jumping into that top tier of players.
You also have to remember, like, he missed basically a whole season as well. Like in 22-23, he missed a whole he's 24, but
sure.
So he's missed, like, that's even more impressive the way he's been able to come back. And
remember his rookie year run, when he was having his run, a lot of people were saying, and just in general, like NBA fans, he wasn't a good player, because he's not like a great shooter. He's tall, but he's not a great finisher, turnover. But I think if you just look at Cade Cunningham's progression, he took everything, all of his deficiencies he has gone about the work of managing those things, strengthening his strengths, shoring up his weaknesses, and trying to become a more complete player. He's been a better defender this year too, Ron. I think the reason why Jalen Duren started the year off averaging 20 and 11, I think 20 and 12, by the way, a lot of that's because him and Cade have really developed a synergy, and I really like how aggressive and how assertive he's been as a player, especially as a scorer this year. Again, he has some stuff that he's not great at, but I think if you just look at a player, if you got a number 1 overall pick and you got a 6'7" guard, he is getting better steadily every single year. This is what you want to see from a player that is leading your franchise. And by the way, too, I think it says a lot, Ron, that he went through a horrible situation, a horrible coaching staff, lost all those games in a row, and became an all-NBA player, didn't just settle on that, got better the next year, and now is leading his team to the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference 3 years later. For me, that says a lot about what you're made of. And I think he responds to adversity really well. He's challenged himself and his team.
It's such look, I don't want to be critical. I don't, but
yes, you do, because that's what you are.
I want to ask a really legitimate question here. Okay, we're talking about Cade getting better. We're talking about OKC, SGA, all this stuff. And look, I have a question. He's shooting 29% from 3. Does that bother you?
Yes, it does.
He's shooting.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. 45% from
yes, it does.
Does that bother you?
I'm gonna tell you why.
It's
yes,
the second highest turnover season ever.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you 2 reasons why it doesn't bother me. Okay. One reason is a no, because I've watched
career
SGA.
33%.
Hold on, but check me out, Penn. I'm gonna tell you the reason why it's no is because I've watched SGA improve his 3-point shooting to where it's at right now. But another reason why it's a fuck no is because they are at the top of the Eastern Conference and he's outplaying every guard in the East. I don't care,
Well,
Cade.
except Donovan
He
Mitchell.
is not.
Except Donovan
He is
Mitchell.
outplaying Donovan Mitchell.
No, no,
Yes,
no,
He's not
no,
outplaying
outplaying
Jalen
Donovan
Brunson.
Mitchell.
He's not
He is
outplaying
hooping.
Donovan Mitchell. No,
He
he's
is
not.
hooping.
No, he
Neither
isn't.
none of those
No,
guys.
he is
Donovan
not.
Mitchell, Jalen Brunson isn't playing defense close to the level of what Cade is. And on top of that, neither
What
of those
the
guys
hell do you-
distribute. Neither of those guys distribute the way that Cade distributes. Cade is throwing this team on his back. Cade does not have an Evan Mobley. I'm sorry, Jalen Duren is getting busy.
He's
A
better
lot
than
of
Evan
that.
Mobley.
A
Jalen's
lot
better
of
than
that.
Evan Mobley
Hold
this
on,
year.
wait.
Jalen Duren's better than Evan Mobley
Does he
this
have a
year.
Darius
Playing
Garland?
better than Evan
Well,
Mobley.
Does he have a Darius Garland?
Shit,
Does he have a Jared Allen?
I'm not
Who has a
against
better
you.
team?
Garland. That's
Who
all
has
right.
a better team?
Ron, I'm
Who
not
has a
against
better
you.
team?
Ron, I'm not against you.
Does he have a
Cade's
Carl
playing
Anthony
really well.
Towns? Does he have an OG Anunoby?
What does that
Does
got
he
to do with the
have a Mikal
conversation?
Bridges?
Okay,
But
What
the
I'm trying to
defense is the
say
thing that
is
was making them what they are,
teammates.
though.
That's the problem, Ron. You just disrespect his teammates.
But
You don't,
Ron, I think
you
we're
don't
moving-
respect
he
he
you don't
doesn't
respect
have the
his teammates.
offensive talent
has-
that both of those teams have.
He has
He
an
just
amazing
does it.
defense.
He does. I'm talking about offense, and he plays better defense than both of them. But I'm talking about the offensive load. We have Damian just compared him to SGA earlier. This is
They
not
are a middle
ridiculous.
of
What
the
I'm
pack
saying.
offense. They're not a great offense. Do you understand
And what
that?
are they if you take Cade off of that team? What are they?
What the hell does the
lottery
does the
team.
Cleveland Cavaliers look like without Donovan Mitchell
Bro.
right now, Ron?
They have
What
Darius
are they, a lot
Garland
of
and Evan
players?
Mobley. They have two
Darius Garland
All-Stars.
has
Hold
been-
on,
They have
hold
two
on, hold on, hold on.
All-Stars.
You are
They have
do you
two
think the shooting
All-Stars to
splits-
fall
You are
back
praising,
on.
like,
We are
eighth
turning
best
this into
defender
something else.
on the second best defensive team, and you are praising the best offensive player on the 14th best offensive team as carrying his squad. And I'm trying to
Ken,
tell
we
you, and I've been
understand
trying to
Well,
that.
but to be, what do
We
we time out?
understand
Everybody,
that,
everybody,
though.
time out,
Great
time out,
because
time out
they're
the pin.
Understand that.
Time out the Ron. Just for context, Pin, to kind of go off of your point because you're kind of wrong here, and also to support Ron. But I think Ron, you moved it too far left. But to be fair, Cade Cunningham, they have a 119.65 offensive rating with Cade, which would be one of the five best in the league. They're a 108.47 without him, which would be the worst in the league. So he is carrying them to an elite offense when he's playing. To be fair, now their defense is also still good, so he's still a plus like 7.5 net rating. It's an elite offense when Cade plays, Pin. So I want to be clear. I want to be fair to Cade, but also I don't think he's playing better than Mitchell. But this is not the segment. This is not the segment for it. I do think Cade deserved this player of the month. They have been an elite offense when he's been on the floor this year, and the defense has still been very good. Go ahead.
Hold on. When you compare him to the names you're putting him in conversations with, which is you said all
put
NBA
himself
first
in them
team.
conversations.
Hold on.
He
You
put
said
himself
first
in
team
them
all. You
conversations.
said first team All NBA. Did you not? You said he's playing like a first team
Yes.
All NBA, right?
Yeah,
Who else is on that-
29 and
Hold
9
up.
is first team All NBA
This
shit.
is what's
And
wrong
whether
with
you
your
want to
box
push back
score
on it,
ass. This is
no,
what's wrong with your
they
box score
are
ass.
winning. They are winning. So why did Donovan Mitchell get first team All NBA last year?
First of all, Donovan Mitchell.
Because they were winning.
Oh my!
Because they
God.
were winning, and
Donovan
he was getting
Mitchell
buckets.
Didn't shoot 29% from three.
Donovan Mitchell wasn't great last year either, though.
Yeah, but do you
time out,
think
so
the-
time out,
but
so
do you
time
think
out,
the
so
shooting
time out.
splits though
So
are
when-
because he's carrying such a heavy offensive
That
burden?
logic
Why
doesn't work,
is-
Ron,
oh,
about the first team.
yo, man.
Pin, keep going, Pin. Keep going, Pin.
When other players, I don't like this double standard shit y'all do
I
sometimes.
don't like this
okay?
either.
Because
Because I just saw SGA and Luka make first team All Pro, and they teams they make the playoffs. Ron, what are you doing? What's going on
part
right
of the-
now?
No, for sure. And they
No,
put up
what's
better
happening? No, no,
numbers.
hold up,
And they
hold up,
put
hold
up
up.
better numbers than Donovan Mitchell was putting up.
hold on. Cade Cunningham was on a team where they lost like 25, 26 straight games, right?
28 straight, Pin. 28
Everyone
straight
said,
games.
get Cade out of Detroit. This bum ass franchise ain't supporting him. All his teammates are trash. And by the way, some of his teammates were trash. So we upgrade the teammates. We get better teammates. We get pro teammates. I think Jalen Duren and Asar Thompson and Ron Holland are legitimate starters. They have a squad. They have a hit squad. Okay. They have the second best defense in the NBA. He is not the first, second, third, or fourth best defender on his team. And it's not close.
You know what? There's another guy like that too. And you want to come up here and glaze him from top to bottom,
Correct.
front to back.
Correct.
And you do that
correct.
to him every day.
Hold
So
on.
why can't Cade get his credit?
SGA.
Because you
Which
glazed
is-
SGA 3 years
And
ago
let
when
me
his
make
jumper
you-
was broke as dishes. You came up here and glazed him when he couldn't make a three to save his
SGA
life.
SGA is a much better paint finisher. SGA is a better defender. SGA this year has been a significantly better three-point shooter. We're talking 43% versus 29%.
We're
So
not
my
comparing them
point is this,
today,
Ron.
right now.
Hold up. My point is this. Last year, when I came up here and I was like, oh, Scotty Barnes is going to be great, win better teammates, and he's going to win more games with better teammates, you were just like, but Penn, Scotty Barnes shoots 29% from 3. Scotty Barnes a bum.
I never said that.
Okay.
Ever.
Did not.
A lot
never
of people,
brought up Scotty Barnes'
a lot of
3-point
people
shooting ever.
have pointed out to the
3-point
fact
shooting doesn't
that he's
define
not
a basketball player.
That he's not efficient. So my point is, when you're going to use the efficiency argument,
you use the efficiency argument. I never brought up percentages or efficiency with Cade Cunningham. In fact, I will bring it up to say that you guys, but I will bring it up to say to bring up how irrelevant a point is about Cade Cunningham's efficiency and turnovers and all of this.
Why is it not relevant when you're putting him in?
I'm gonna tell you why it's not relevant. I never put him in shade. I never. Hey. Look,
has he been better than Tyrese Maxey?
Yes, he has. Yes, he hasn't. No, I'm gonna tell you why he has. Because they are the best team in the East. That's
he didn't win those games by himself. They won some of those games without him. What are we doing here?
Absolutely,
Ron,
absolutely.
To support your point, Pin.
He is plus 2.5.
Just 2 seconds. I just want everybody to know in the chat. This is just about Cade Cunningham and celebrating why he's been so good.
By the way,
Cade Cunningham this year, when you filter out garbage time, the Detroit Pistons have a 119.65 offensive rating with Cade. That would rank currently 5th in the NBA above the OKC Thunder this year. If you just had the simple offense when he's on the floor. So to
now
be fair,
efficiency that.
Efficiency that.
Well, let me just finish. I'm not pushing back.
Efficiency that.
Hey, Ron, can you just drop him real quick? I'm trying to give Cade credit. I'm not in your argument. I'm telling the world about Cade.
You're lying.
Cade, there is no winning the argument. I'm not involved. Cade Cunningham, you all. I do think it's important to note that when Cade's played this year, they've been the 5th best offense in the NBA. And with Cade, with Cade on the floor this year, they have a 111.9 defensive rating. If again in the NBA this year, that would be good for the 7th best defense in the league. So they got the 5th best offense and the 7th best defense in the NBA.
What's their defense when he's off the floor? Does their defense get better?
108.
Yeah. When he goes off the floor, the defense drops to 110.2. So like, it's not like a crazy leap, but it's a decent sized leap. But like a top 5 offense, Ron, top 7 defense, that's Cade Cunningham this year when they've been on the floor. So they're performing like a top 10 unit on both sides of the basketball, and he is the orchestrator behind the offense. He deserves a lot of credit for the playmaking responsibilities, the passing, the scoring advantages he is creating for the Detroit Pistons. That's why I was not shocked at all when he won Eastern Conference Player of the Year. He's been great, and especially over the course of that month. I don't know, Damian, if you can look it up, but I think Cade Cunningham – let me see. Cade Cunningham.
Damian, no, swipe it. Doesn't matter. He shot 29% from 3. It don't matter. It doesn't matter.
In the first 18 games of this year, so he played 17 that month. So in the first 17 games of this year, he averaged 29 points a game, 9.4 assists, 6 rebounds. Now, to Pin's point, he shot 46% from the field, 31% from 3, and 82 from the line, so below league efficiency. But there's something to his simple on-ball gravity for the Detroit Pistons. Chill. He was creating a high-level elite offense and contributing enough for them to be a top-end defense still. He deserves a lot of credit for that. They lost literally 2 games really over that stretch. He was phenomenal. They've been phenomenal with him. Cade Cunningham deserves a lot of credit. He's been phenomenal to start the year off.
Has he had a better month than Donovan Mitchell?
Well, winning's always a part of it, so I think,
of course.
I don't think Donovan was going to. I don't think he was going to win.
People don't win. Teams win.
Donovan Mitchell did. I think, but again, I don't want to move it because this is about Cade. But I already put on Twitter. Donovan Mitchell having one of the best. He's having one of the best guard scoring seasons that we've ever seen in the last few years. If you look at his numbers, but I don't want to make this about Donovan Mitchell. I do want to make this about Cade. So
I'm sorry. What I'm trying to say is I don't personally like when we reverse engineer. We say this guy has big numbers on a winning team, and therefore he must be responsible for the winning because he has the big numbers. I understand that Cade is a huge part of what Detroit does, and I believe,
you know, Penn?
Yes, I do. I do. If you take him off that team, they are a playing team at best. So boosting a team from play-in team to best team in the conference for now is a huge boost. What I'm saying is
that's MVP worthy. That's MVP level.
No,
yes.
It's not.
Because go from being at the bottom to go from being at the bottom of the bottom half of the East, to go from being at the bottom half of the East to being the best team in a conference. That's MVP worthy.
To put this into perspective, the Pistons are 2.5 points per 100 possessions better with him on the court than off the court.
That's a bucket, Penn. That's one bucket.
Wait, no, that's not true. I think you got to adjust for garbage time. So I'm saying you adjust for garbage time. That's actually not true.
Low leverage is removed unless you're. What are you using? You using Data Baller?
No, so I'm on PvP stats. I just did it myself. You could just do all this
they
stuff.
They are if I luck adjust the 3-point shooting, you might want to look at.
Well, no, I'm saying when we did
figure out who's wrong and who's right.
I traditionally don't do this, but it chills like a +9 swing. It's like a +9 net rating swing on PvP with him on the floor. So they're like substantially better with him this year.
I don't understand what we're arguing. They are literally
on-off is plus 2.9. Swappy, do you want me to share my screen?
They are 17-5, and this dude is 29-9. What are we talking about?
Right.
I just don't get it. I really don't get it. What are we talking about?
But why do you do this though? This is what I'm asking.
Dude, what am I doing? I'm praising him for winning. But I'm praising him for being
winning.
Clearing by 4.
And they're winning because of him.
But you would do this with SGA. But you would do this with SGA though. But you would do this with SGA.
Nobody up here is saying SGA is singularly driving winning in OKC. We agree.
I never said that about Cade. Okay, but he is the bus driver, clearly.
Penn. So Penn, let's not go to the extreme. Okay, you want to keep it right where we are. This guy is 29 in the month of
November and October.
He's in November and October. This guy is 29-9 and 6. Penn, take that off the floor. Not take it off the floor for 15 minutes. Not take it off the floor for 25 minutes. Take him out of the lineup. They're not doing any of the stuff that they're doing. They got to
straight losses again.
They got to completely revamp everything that they're doing. Their offense is ran through Penn. Their transition game is ran through. Their offense is ran through Cade. Their transition game is ran through him. He's one of the better rebounding guards in the league. He speeds them up in the half court. He's one of the best pick and dive players in the game. If you take that off the floor, I ain't talking about for a quarter. I ain't talking about for 5 minutes. I'm talking about take him out. They got to completely revamp everything that they're doing.
No problem, Cho, if you talk about him like an all-star or an all-NBA.
Because everything that they're doing as an offense and as in defense is predicated on him. Why can't you get that, Penn? This guy is awesome. Getting the vibe. And I'm, even though I'm still sticking with what I said, because I'm not coming off of what I said. But I said this to you a while ago when I said that Oklahoma City, they are who Memphis was supposed to be when Memphis was building that thing. I feel like Detroit, they're turning. I'm getting the vibe that Detroit is turning into what I thought Cleveland was going to be. That's what it's feeling like right now. That tough, dirty work. Get out in transition, get buckets. You got a primary bucket getter. You got a bunch of different contributors. You got defense in the paint that's elite. I feel like Detroit is turning into that. That's where I'm going with that.
Starting to become regular now. Like stuff like this. It's like
we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that.
I'm not shocked by this though, Damian. That's the point I'm trying to make. Yeah, like what Cade did, I'm shocked by this. This, I'm like Jokic averaging 28.9, 29 points. 12.4 rebounds, 10.9 assists, which the rebounds leads the NBA. The assists leads the NBA, and going 14-5 over the month of October and November, to me, is just not shocking. But I want to hear from you guys about how you feel about this.
He's great.
This is the same Joker who said we ain't that good, by the way. This is the same Joker who was like, yo, we're not that good. Meanwhile, you doing this. He was like, no, we're not that good.
I think it's because it's October, November, it gives you a good indication potentially on who's leading the MVP. Because basically it's the whole season, but
he's cooked.
To me, he's having the best season. Like I know we talked about earlier about
he's been awesome. Yes, he has.
I know we talked earlier about is Shea the best in the world, this and that. I think he's having the best season. And I think Swappy, you can probably speak to this more, but for me, I've been impressed with the defensive activity, but the efficiency mostly, man. The efficiency I think can take players from great to superstardom. I think it can take good players to great players, but his efficiency is incredible, man. So, I mean, I've said a lot on Jokic, so I'll probably hand the baton to someone else, man.
I'm not a true shooting guy. In fact, I don't like true shooting at all. But I mean, to shoot 72% true shooting, that's pretty impressive.
So it was 70. Yes, it was 74.
What's more impressive?
He
Phil?
shot.
A big shooting 72% or a guard shooting?
Okay,
68%?
we don't need to do this nonsense again, please. Just talk.
I'm
about the player
asking
of the
Chill
month.
a question.
Goodness gracious!
Can
we have 10 minutes? Can we just do this and then you can do whatever else you want?
We'll get back to that, Pen.
Goodness gracious!
We will
in the month,
you want me to share this?
In the month that he shot, yeah, you can share if you want. That's fine.
Triggered?
I'll pull this up.
Good.
There you go. You can pull that one up right there. Yeah, so just in that month, he averaged 29, but he shot 71% from 2, 45% from 3, and 85% from the line. 74 true shooting. He was a plus 207 in the 19 games he played that year.
This was not a plus 27, a plus 207. Is that what I just heard?
207 in 19 games. Yeah,
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, he's definitely like one of one. Yeah, for sure, definitely one of one.
This guy's incredible.
That's Ron. 71% from 2, 45% from 3. It's just all time great. Yeah, shout out. But Jokic just having his best season ever. I think he played the best in the world too. But I think SGA's been great. Just no slander or anything like that. But yeah, it's definitely been crazy.
This guy is incredible.
Yeah, I think the two players of the month still deserved it. I didn't think it was much of a discussion personally.
Yes, and this is the same Joker who made it clear that he didn't think that there were a lot of holes that he felt like was in their team at this particular time. But I mean, he just makes life so much less difficult for guys like Jamal Murray, for guys like Cam Johnson, who now has actually joined the party in Denver. He looks like he's playing a lot better. But
he's playing better.
With that second unit, I mean, they've gotten better. And I think all of this is predicated on how much better Joker has gotten this year, how much better that unit has gotten. Tim Hardaway playing off Joker. He's shooting the basketball incredibly. So, I mean, what can you say about Joker that has not already been said? I mean, the dude is averaging 29, 12, and 11. And what we do, the same thing we did with Russ, because Russ was doing it, we make this look like it's nothing, Ron. I'm not going to say nothing. Nothing is not the word that I want to use. What we do is we make this look like it's ordinary. This is not ordinary. This is not every day what this dude is doing. This is extra. This is extraordinary what he's doing. And I haven't seen this. Wow, this is incredible.
Chill. It's extraordinary. Yeah. But it's ordinary for Jokic. To me. But what
I don't want to do is
I just don't want us to get numb to it too much. Like
that's the point, Damien.
I'm trying not to.
I don't want to make it.
Damien, I'm coming home. I'm
coming home.
So hard, man.
Damien, how do you not get numb when you come? How do you not get numb to coming home to your fine ass wife every day? Like yes, I understand you're fine as hell, but it's not the same thing as when I first met you. I see you every single day. I'm sorry. After 5 years, I'm kind of like.
I do be taking it for granted. You're right.
You see what I'm saying?
Damien, take that girl out, man. Take that girl out.
A fine teen walking into your house every day, you tripping.
And that's what's going on with Joker. Every day, every day I'll turn on the television and I'll watch this dude and he'll do something that's so extraordinary. And then I'm just like, it's to a lot of people, it's ho-hum when it's not. It's a big deal what this guy is doing. And it's not coincidence that we don't see this kind of stuff a lot. It's not a coincidence.
You absolutely do get numb to shit. You do get numb to shit. That badass, that girl that's super bad, that girl that come to your house the first time, you think the 20th time she rolled through your crib?
That's the problem with your relationship. That is not mine. She come home every day. I'm getting kisses, hugs. I'm giving her flowers every week. We going on dates. I'm telling her she looks bad.
But that's because you're the Thanasis.
Nah, she got her hair.
in a relationship.
She got her hair.
You know?
That's cool with me. I'll be Thanasis in my relationship. Matter of fact, call me, who's the ultimate role player coming off the bench for all these teams winning championship? Call me Spurs T-Mac, if that's the case. I don't care. She walking in my house looking like 03 Duncan every single day.
Your target demographic ain't watching the show. Like, I don't know why you shooting your shot all over the internet.
The reason my target demographic not watching the show. Who's my target demographic?
The reason why I can't go numb. The reason why
apparently
I won't ever go
vulnerable
numb.
women who are looking to be doted on. I don't know. Who are you trying to impress here? I take care of my women. Who are you trying to impress?
The reason why I'm not and see, this is what I'm talking about, Damien. Because
Ron, do you hear this?
The reason why you don't become numb. The reason why me specifically, I don't become numb to what Joker.
Bro, chill. We need to have. We're adding a player hater of the year award. That was the biggest eat I've seen on PC. That was crazy. Vulnerable women.
The reason, the reason why I'm not becoming numb to Joker. The reason why I'm not becoming numb to Joker. Imagine not eating or whatever it is that you eating. It's not steak, right? It's not lobster. whatever you eating, it's ramen noodles, or not even ramen noodles. Let's take it a step further than that. It's good food, but then all of a sudden you start eating steak. You start eating. I don't get used to that. You know why I don't get used to that? Because I know what it's like to eat top ramen. I know what it's like to eat that other stuff. And this right here, I will never not appreciate this because I don't want to go back to that. And if it is gone, I don't know when I'm gonna see it again. I want to make sure that Joker. I want to make sure it's understood that what Joker is doing, this is not ordinary. This is not some everyday shit. This is not something that we see in the league on a regular.
Shaq conversations, chill. He's been putting Shaq conversations. He's been putting Kobe
as he should be.
Cool.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
great.
saying, bro. Like we can't get there, Chew, and that's why I appreciate you so much because you always appreciate the historical. When we see guys like this, we can't take it for granted because in 20 years we're gonna be telling our grandkids that we saw this guy play, man. And
then I'm gonna hear somebody in 20 years from now when this is Snow White and I got wrinkles. I'm gonna hear somebody say Joker was playing with plumbers.
But also, too, you guys are gonna hear me be the guy to come up here and say Jokic was 30, 10, and 10 on a Tuesday. Yeah, chill. I'm gonna be you saying like, and it happens so regularly that it felt like it was a normal occurrence. And you want to know why it feels like that? Because it's a normal occurrence.
And
I'm not saying that to downplay that.
Averaging 60. Bronny the third is averaging 60 points right now. I don't care about 30, 10, and 10. Plumbers and firemen. Bruce Brown? What was that? Bruce Brown?
But like I said, we haven't got a chance to talk about Murray either. Like I said, we talked about him a little bit, but But I would say Jokic has been incredible. When the Nuggets get healthy, I think me and Ox are on the same side here. I think if they're healthy, they win the title this year. I want it to be a war, Ron. I want a war between OKC and Denver in the Western Conference Finals. Aaron Gordon come back. Christian Brown come back. Oh shoot! If Giannis is with the Thunder, then damn. You know what I mean?
Spurs.
Hey, remember Good Times, Ron? Damn. That's exactly what it would be if they get Giannis, brother.
Yeah, if Giannis goes to the Spurs, then I'm gonna switch my whole shit up. But as of now, I think the Nuggets are probably, I think the Nuggets got it right now.
They feel like
all right, fellas.
Yeah.
For this next award, we have exactly 4 minutes. Not because that's what this person deserves, but because that's just all we have. But would you check out number 4 for the Toronto Raptors, Defensive Player of the Month, Penn? He had 1.6 blocks and 1.4 steals. What are our thoughts on Scotty Barnes? Bringing home this award.
For the last 50-plus games, which is going right back to last season All-Star game, he has been anchoring the second-best defense in the league behind OKC.
Wow.
Over the last 5 games without RJ Barrett, who I believe sometimes gets in the way a little bit, he's been averaging 24, 9, 5 on 52%, 42% from 3.
Don't start it, Swiper.
And has been an incredible defender. He's also had a 6.5 box minus over that stretch. I think the Raptors are the second best team in the Eastern Conference. Second, number 1.
Come back up here, Ron. Please bring everyone back up. Penn, did you know that this year the Raptors defense is 5 points better with Scotty Barnes off the floor this year when you filter out garbage time? It's a 114 defensive rating with him on, and then it's a 109.54 with him off this year.
2 last year and this year, please. Now, why don't you? No, this is why I don't like you, Swiper. This is why I legitimately don't like you. So, now, use your tools. Use your tools, Mr. Swiper. Use your tools. Filter off Brandon Ingram. Filter off Brandon Ingram, and filter off RJ Barrett, and see what happens to those
bullshit right here, yo. This for real is some bullshit, Ron.
Bullshit number.
You know what?
You know what?
That's the same thing you did to Cade Cunningham.
No, I didn't.
It's the exact same thing.
Cade is not his team's best defender.
He did it too.
Man, you are nasty. You know what? Okay, I just want to say something to the chat because I realize I probably look like an idiot and a crash out at the same time, and that's probably a bad combination to wear. But I promise if you know the numbers the Swiper is referencing, if you understand net rating, if you understand all the numbers that this dude is trying to come up here and cook with, and you understand how he's selectively manipulating them to make nasty ass points that are not true, He knows that RJ Barrett is not a good defender. He knows that Brandon Ingram's not a good defender. He knows Emmanuel Quick is not a good defender. Go look at Scotty's defensive rating with the bench, buddy. Go look at when you filter off certain players. Go look at what it looks like with Jakob Poeltl and Scotty Barnes. But you won't do all that. I've done that number crunching with Cade Cunningham, which is why I can talk confidently about the fact that I don't think Cade Cunningham is one of the best defenders. But you off here laughing, trying to work on your Tinder profile. Trying to tell women like, I'll appreciate you every single day for the rest of your life.
Yo, Swiper. Yo, bro, go take a nap, bro. Swiper, go take a nap, dog.
Penn, my question to you from October to November to this point, how good has Scotty Barnes been as a defender? Scotty Barnes specifically, how good has he been?
I think he's a top 13 player in the league, and I think he's a top 6 defender in the league.
Top 6 defender in the league. So when you're talking about the better defenders in the league, Wemby, Mobley, Chet, Bam. Oh, I actually think Bam is actually playing at a defensive player of the year level.
You could give him the award for sure. We
100% got to have a start. We've got to start talking about Bam as a defensive player. How is Scotty Barnes affecting this Toronto defense where they're at the top of the league? What is he doing?
Number one, he's been incredible in terms of event creation defensively, steals, blocks, deflections, right? Tons of event creation. Number two, he's been a great communicator on the back line. A lot of times he is the last line of defense after the super aggressive scheme at the top of the key breaks down and he has to clean it up on the back end. Number three, he's an excellent team defender. Just off ball, his awareness, his communication, letting people know where to be. He's that quarterback. He doing the great Draymond Green thing. And then number four, he is insanely versatile. You will see him guard Jokic. You will see him guard Joel Embiid. You'll see him guard Tyrese Maxey. And I'm not saying he's perfect on all of them. I'm certainly not. What I'm saying is he's above average. I will see him lock down Evan Mobley, lock him down, and then go up the next night and play Denny Avdia, and then go up the next night and guard VJ Edgecombe. Those are not similar players. There just aren't 2-3 defenders in the league that can guard this many players. And if they are like 4 or 5 defenders like that, I mean, honestly, those are some of the best defenders in the world. There's just there's nobody who looks at him like Giannis, Paolo, Chet. Nobody looks at him and says, "Oh, that's food."
Like he's food. He's not food.
He's not food for anybody. He's not food for Luka. No, he's not food for Shea. He's not food for anybody. Now, I've seen Shea give him business for sure. I've seen guys dust him. I've seen him get lost on a screen. I'm not saying he's a perfect defender, but man, he is so generally useful. So I think he's great. I think he's been great. I think this Raptors team deserves some credit. They are 2 games behind the Pistons. Two games
behind the Pistons. Nice.
2 games. They're just 2 games behind the Pistons.
Point, the 2 points that you brought are, I think, the most crucial points is his rotations on defense have been great. I mean, that's one of the main reasons why he came up with that huge block at the end of the game against the Trailblazers. I think that's great. And his versatility. So him being able to switch onto different players. I watched when they played, even though they got smoked by the Knicks, but I did watch his rotations when they played against the Knicks, when he was rotating on the Jalen Brunson. I thought he gave Jalen Brunson a lot of trouble, especially being 6'8". So Scotty Barnes has been great this month as a defender. I'm not going to argue that point. Here's the thing, though, Ron. We're moving into the space of defensive player of the month. Are we now moving toward, if we're doing the defensive player of the month, are we moving into the offensive player of the month?
That would be weird. That is the player.
The only reason the NFL does that show is because they know quarterbacks are going to win MVP. So they just, it's like a.
I'm just wondering where we're going.
Just like a here you go for like, Jonathan Taylor and all them. You didn't do an MVP, but
I was just wondering where we were going.
I wouldn't mind it.
Is this a prelude to something?
I wouldn't mind it, you.
That's what I was wondering.
All right, fellas. We're not going to speak too much into the next guys. Shout out to Scotty Barnes. He was the Eastern Conference Defensive Player of the Month. Shout out to Cason Wallace. He was the Western Conference Player of the Month. The reason why we don't need to talk about Cason too much is because, we know what's up with this defense, and we know what's up with Cason Wallace. 2.2 steals per game. And, guys, what is this? A 5 defensive rating?
5 deflections.
5 deflections.
He leads the league in defensive rating, though. I'm pretty sure.
Does he?
Well,
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Cason don't need no introduction, man.
Yeah, shout out to Cason. Yeah, he is like that. Salute to Cason. Salute to the OKC defense. And Cason also is playing well all around, offensively as well. Shout out to Cason. Next up. Oh, not that. Hold on. Wait, y'all. Let me see if I can find these. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Rookies of the month.
Big nip.
We're not going to talk about this too much either. Penn has spoke on how good he thinks Concanippo is. We all know Concanippo is leading the Rookie of the Year race. He was leading the Rookie of the Year race. I don't know if he still is. But what I do know What I do know is that Eastern Conference Rookie of the Month is Con Knipple with 18.4 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 3 assists. Salute to Con Knipple. He has exceeded his draft stock. Shout out to him.
Has he?
And then
wasn't he like the 5th pick round or something like that?
number 4.
5th or the 6th
He was
pick?
the fourth.
Okay,
He was the fourth
exactly.
pick, and
He's been better than advertised, though.
show he is performing better than a 4th overall pick should. Yeah,
He's been the
But
best
Your
rookie
Honor-
so
This early.
far all the way through and through, bro.
he's amazing.
He's crazy.
Your Honor, I
chill.
just wanted to say that he was my pick outside of Flag, by the way.
Oh, like your number 2?
Mm-hmm.
For
Man,
real,
shout
he
out.
was number 2 on
the
your board
jury to
over
just want
Dylan
the
Harper.
jury to. No, I'm saying for Rookie of the Year.
Oh, okay, got you.
That's great.
Yeah.
I still
he's
stand with
balling.
Ace Bailey. But we are going to move to the Western Conference Rookie of the Month, who is, to no surprise, Cooper Flag, 16.7 points per game, 6.6 rebounds per game, and 3.5 assists per game. We spoke about Cooper Flag a little bit earlier. He is the youngest player to ever score, what was it, back-to-back 20-point
Three.
games?
320s. Yep.
3 20-point games in a row.
18.
I think
He's still 18, Ron. He should be
He's
in
youngest player in the
college
league.
right now.
This is freshman year at Duke.
Jeez.
This is first
Yeah.
season playing at Duke.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. This
That's
is first
insane.
season playing there. Mhm.
He,
Yeah,
he,
like-
he has been breaking my brain for like 2 straight years at just how ahead of the curve he is for his age. I mean, he was 17 when he showed up to the Team USA camp,
Mm-hmm.
and he was giving dudes business.
Mm-hmm.
And he's so impressive. I don't know who's going to win Rookie of the Year, but it's going to be a former Duke Blue Devil. That's 100% sure.
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys gon' get it started. The player choice way. Yeah, the player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.